Is Christie getting cocky? Because to hear our own Charlie Gasparino tell it, the New Jersey governor brazenly violated Presidential Prep 101 and did something beyond risky. To our superstar senior correspondent on what that was. What did he do?
Monday, SAC Capital, the giant hedge fund, cuts a deal with the government, pleads guilty to securities fraud. SAC is run by Steve Cohen, the hedge fund impressionado, who's still under criminal investigation. That's Monday of last week. Tuesday, Christie's re-election party. Guess who's one of the people he calls to attend not just a big event, that 2,500 people event, but a private event? It's Steve Cohen. It looks really bad, and it got a lot of people raising a lot of eyebrows from people who obviously called me. And
well, when you say the event he was at, was it like a celebration? Chris, congratulations on the big win.
But then there was a private dinner where he got. It was just
how many were at the private dinner?
I think it was a handful of people. I mean, 5 people. Might have been 6, but I know of 5 people that were there.
Did Christie know he was coming, or personally push him to come?
Personally pushed him to come. Essentially, he called up Steve Cohen, heard he was depressed after the indictment and the plea deal with the firm, and said, listen, get off you, according to one person who knows directly about this, get off your rear end, quote unquote, and come down here. I want you here. Cohen was reluctant to go for the obvious optics of it, but Christie said, come anyway, and listen.
Well, they could say that he's loyal to his friends.
Right. I mean, did he break the law? No. Is this... I'll tell you, I spoke to a few campaign consultants. What do you think about this? They'll tell you point blank, this could be a negative ad. If you want to run for president, you probably shouldn't be hanging out with a guy and personally bring him to a private party, a guy whose firm has been deemed by the Justice Department just hours earlier a magnet for insider trading. Now, we should point out, Steve Cohen has not been charged criminally.
Maybe that's what Christie was saying. Yeah, but he is a former prosecutor.
Yeah, and Steve Cohen has been charged civilly, and he's still under investigation. His fund has been shut down, and there's a trial.
Do you think Christie was being reckless?
Why do we do stories like this? We do stories because we give insights into people, the personality, someone who might be president.
That shows certainly a cavalier, maybe in-your-face attitude, but that picture, if it ever comes out, doesn't look good.
No.
But this is a governor who's not built his reputation on how he looks, right?
He doesn't care. Listen, it just gives you an insight into the man. I'm not going to draw conclusions because, Steve Cohen has not been charged criminally. He's been charged civilly. Absolutely. The feds obviously think that he's done something wrong. They would like someone to flip on him to charge him. But
and what if he does? If he is flipped on, then all bets are off, right? But Republicans always get this. Remember, Mitt Romney was getting this last year, and all the Fat Cat Wall Street friends said that's a perennial issue.
And we should point out that Cohen supported Romney, last year.
That's right.
And held fundraisers at his house. So this is unusual.
But if you're Christie and you're looking at this, it shows a certain devil-may-care bull in a china shop.
Yeah, think about it. Hours earlier, Cohen just cut the deal. He had his firm plead guilty to fraud, insider trading, closed it down, signed a $1.2 billion check. Hours later, he's getting a call from the governor-elect of New Jersey and saying, hey, Val, come by, let's celebrate. And he's reluctant, and the guy says, get off your rear end and come down.
Did he say rear end, or did he say the other word?
The way it was said to me, so just so you know, was rear end. The way just
because that could add insult to injury right there.
Yes, and who knows?
Because you don't speak that way.
I speak to Queen's
U.S.
English.
standards. Right. We both.
Yeah, we both.
Right.
You're from New Jersey too.
It's fine. All right. Thank you very much, my friend. All right. As he was speaking.